Now let's cover Section 2 of Chapter 4, Bank Statement Reconciliation. So your monthly bank statement gives you a detailed review of all the activity that has happened in that specific time period. So that's your best opportunity to make sure that everything matches your records. So that would be your check register and any other documentation that you have. It's important that you review it frequently because you want to make sure that you've got all your money exactly as you should, and anybody you owe has the money that you have tried to pay them. So let's take a look at understanding our bank statements. There's a lot of different styles of bank statements, but generally they will have specific information such as credits. So those are deposits, any interest earned, debits, right, anything that came out, any fees that you have, such as non-sufficient fund fees, and any returned items, anything that came back for whatever reason. So here's an example in Exhibit 413 of a Bank of America checking account summary. And it shows all the transactions, it shows previous balance, number of deposits and credit totals, number of checks, debit totals, and the current balance. And here's another example of PA Central Bank as well you can take a look at. So if you find an issue, what you need to do is review all of your records very carefully, and then you need to request a bank statement reconciliation. So in our textbook, in this chapter, when we talk about checkbook, they're referring to the checkbook register or the check stubs. Most commonly, it'll be the checkbook register, though. So before a statement is reconciled, you have to figure out all the checks that have been deposited and what has not yet been deposited. So those are called outstanding checks. Those are checks that you've written, but for whatever reason, they have not been submitted to the bank yet. There's also something as deposits in transit. It's just like an outstanding check. It just hasn't completed in the process yet. You need to make a note of those. So a bank statement is reconciled when the adjusted checkbook balance is equal to the adjusted bank balance. Most bank statements have a form on the back to use in reconciling an account. So Exhibit 414 is an example of such a form and is used in this chapter. So you can see this 414 bank statement reconciliation form, checkbook balance versus statement balance, and it has you walk through it to help you figure everything out. So example 5, they are preparing a bank reconciliation for Anita Gomberg for the bank statement and checkbook records below. So here she has her bank statement and here's her check register. Let's take a look at the solution here. So what they've done is they filled everything out, checkbook balance versus the statement balance, outstanding checks, and they have been able to reconcile the balances. We've got the same balance at the end of that, which is very important. So now I want you to pause this video and do the Try It Exercise 5. So use the form that's provided, reconcile the following bank statement and checkbook records for Max Mangones. All right, everyone, you should have completed that. Check your answers with the solution on page 117. They should be the same. If not and you have any questions, you can always email me. So that's it for Chapter 4. I did want to take a moment and remind you that at the end of each chapter is a chapter summary. I think these summaries are a fantastic place to quickly see what's covered, quickly see examples. I find it very useful, and hopefully you will too. So take a peruse through that, and you can see at the end of the summary are all of those solutions that we've been looking at. There's also a concept review and the assessment test as well, should you choose to do those, although some of those are in the homework assignments. So that's it for Chapter 4. Continue on with our classwork, and we will see each other soon.